हेलो बच्चों। ये लेक्चर है डिवोटेड सन के बारे में, जो कि अनीता देसाई की एक शॉर्ट स्टोरी है। चलिए जान लेते हैं कि अनीता देसाई कौन थी। अनीता देसाई भारत की एक नॉवेलिस्ट है जिनका जन्म हुआ था 1937 में। वो भारत में ना सिर्फ उपन्यास बल्कि लघु कथाएं भी लिखती हैं और आमतौर पर भावनाओं और सामाजिक समस्याओं से लेकर संबंधित विषयों पर उनका खास लेख है। हालांकि उन्होंने बहुत सारे विषयों पर लेख किया है, पर मिडिल क्लास लोगों के जीवन पर उन्होंने बहुत सारी रचनाएं लिखी हैं। उनके काम में से तीन उपन्यास, क्लियर लाइट ऑफ द डे, इन कस्टडी और फास्टिंग फीस्टिंग, बुकर प्राइज, जो कि साहित्य जगत में एक बहुत ही विशिष्ट पुरस्कार है, के लिए शॉर्टलिस्ट किए गए हैं। अब देख लेते हैं कि ये स्टोरी किसके बारे में। अ डिवोटेड सन, जैसा कि नाम से ही समझ में आता है, एक समर्पित बेटा, एक पिता और एक बेटे के आपसी रिश्ते के बारे में हमको बताता है। ये बताता है कि कैसे एक भारतीय परिवार में एक बेटा, जो कि एक बहुत ही मशहूर और सफल डॉक्टर बन जाता है, वो कैसे अपने परिवार की सेवा में जुटकर, उनकी सारी बातें मानकर, अपने बूढ़े पिता की बहुत सारी परेशानियों के बावजूद उनका ख्याल रखता है। यह कहानी ये भी बताती है कि एक भारतीय परिवार में संबंध, सम्मान, समर्पण और बहुत सारे उलझे हुए रिश्तों को सुलझाने की सूझबूझ कैसे हमेशा देखने को मिलती है। चलिए अब इस कहानी की समरी देख लेते हैं। हमेशा की तरह मैं इंग्लिश में पढ़ूंगा, आप अपने लिए हिंदी में पढ़ सकते हैं। Rakesh was the son of Verma, a poor vegetable seller, and lived with his family in a small house in India. From a young age, Rakesh was a hard-working and obedient child. When he topped the school exams, his family and neighbors were filled with pride and joy. Rakesh touched his father's feet in respect, a gesture that surprised and moved everyone because it showed his humility even after such success. His father and family had sacrificed a lot to educate him, and now their efforts paid off. Rakesh got into medical college, excelled in his studies, and eventually went abroad for higher education in the US. The family and their neighbors felt even prouder seeing Rakesh achieve such great heights. Unlike what others expected, after becoming a famous doctor, Rakesh chose to return to home instead of settling abroad. He set up his own clinic, bought a nice car, and brought more prestige and prosperity to the family. Rakesh married a girl chosen by his mother, a simple and kind woman from their own village. Rakesh worked hard at the city hospital, became a director, and soon opened his own successful clinic. He looked after his parents, especially during their old age. His mother passed away peacefully, happy that her devoted son was there with her till the end. His father, Varma, became frail, ill, and dependent on Rakesh. Rakesh was a caring son and a dedicated doctor. He tried his best to make sure his father lived a healthy life. However, as Varma's health worsened, problems started to arise. The old man was bedridden and began to complain about his diet. Rakesh, as a doctor, put him on a strict diet, not allowing him sweets or fried food for the sake of his health. Varma began to feel bitter and restricted, missing the foods he loved. He felt that his son, once loving, was now cruel and controlling, giving him only medicines and denying treats. The old man even tried to secretly ask his grandchildren or daughter in law for sweets like jalebis, but when Rakesh found out, he stopped them. Verma felt lonely and powerless, believing nobody cared for his wishes. Despite Rakesh's good intentions, His strictness made Verma unhappy. To the neighbors, Verma often complained that his son, though a famous and skilled doctor, was denying him simple pleasures and treating him harshly. The same neighbors who once admired Rakesh now saw him as heartless, not understanding that Rakesh was only acting out of love and medical concern. Relations between father and son grew strained. Verma grew weaker, constantly asking to be left alone and allowed to die peacefully rather than be kept alive with strict care and medicines. Rakesh, however, continued his duties lovingly but firmly, hoping his father would recover. In the end, Verma, tired and hopeless, lost his strength to resist and spent his days lying quietly, longing for freedom from his suffering. All Rakesh's achievements as a doctor and a son could not make his father happy in his last days. The story ends with an image of Verma begging to be let go, feeling that God was calling him and asking not to be held back by his son's care. This story beautifully shows the conflicts between love and duty, tradition and modernity, and the pain of old age, highlighting how even the greatest devotion can sometimes lead to misunderstandings and sorrow within a family. अब आप देख सकते हैं कि इस स्टोरी के जो क्वेश्चंस हैं उनके आंसर्स भी मैंने यहाँ बना लिए हैं। ये सैंपल्स आंसर्स हैं, इनको आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं या चाहे तो इनके आधार पे अपने आंसर्स बना सकते हैं। ये शॉर्ट नोट्स के रिस्पॉन्सेज हैं, इनको अपने पास आप रख सकते हैं और ये लॉन्ग आंसर्स के रिस्पॉन्सेज हैं, इनको भी आप अपने पास रख सकते हैं। इसके बाद हैं आपके पास ये ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जिनके आंसर्स आप अपने पास लिख के रख सकते हैं। वीडियो में बने रहने के लिए थैंक यू। नेक्स्ट टाइम मिलते हैं ग्रामर या राइटिंग सेक्शन के साथ।